Good morning, children. How are you all? So, what we have discussed about the animal life, we discussed if we are not going to take care, the animals will be extinct or animals will be endangered from the nature. So, we have to take care of the animals. Now, here we are going to know about the functions, life functions of the different animals. Different animals have different organs to perform their functions to survive in the nature. Isn't it? Different animals. For example, if these here we are seeing these are the breathing organs. What is breathing? Inhaling and exhaling of the air is called breathing. Inhaling means taking of oxygen and exhaling means giving out carbon dioxide is called breathing. Or in other words, exchange of gases. It's called breathing. Simple as simple as simple. So, breathing organs. Different animals shows different breathing organs. So, what is breathing? We are explaining you breathing in animals. We will start with the terrestrial animals. Terrestrial animals. Breathing in terrestrial animals. What are terrestrial animals? The animals which lives on the land are called terrestrial animals. The animals which lives on the land are called terrestrial animals. Isn't it? Human beings are there. Mammals. Almost all mammals, they lives on the land. They are called terrestrial animals. So all terrestrial animals have the lungs for breathing. So what are the breathing organs of the human beings? Are lungs. How many lungs are there? 2 lungs are there. One on either side of the chest region, one on either side of the heart. On each side of the heart we find lungs. They are red brick in color. They are supplied with the blood vessels. They are supplied with these are the blood vessels which you are seeing in the lungs. How many lungs are there? 2 lungs. All the terrestrial animals have lungs, but some, except some animals, every animal, terrestrial animal perform breathing with the lungs. So here, when we take the oxygen, which gas we take? We take oxygen. We gives out carbon dioxide. When we take the oxygen, the lungs absorbs the oxygen. Isn't it? In the lungs, what is present? Blood vessels are present. You will study this in detail in the higher classes. So this blood vessel, this oxygen is absorbed in the blood. The blood circulates this oxygen to different parts of the body, isn't it? So here you will see all parts of the body. The lungs have blood vessels which supply this oxygen to all the parts of the body. This is the breathing or mechanism in human beings which you have seen. Understood, children? So next, this is a windpipe. So this is a mouth. We takes the air through mouth as well as through nostrils. These are called nostrils. Through nostrils, when you feel the cold or cough, our nostrils will be closed. At that time, we take even through our mouth also. Isn't it? So, through windpipe, the air enters and it enters air, lungs absorbs this oxygen. And the blood vessels supply to different parts of the body. Isn't it? This is the breathing mechanism in human beings. Next, coming to fishes and dolphins. Fishes and dolphins, they are aquatic animals. Fishes and dolphins are aquatic animals. You are seeing here fish. Fish is supplied with which fishes are having the gills. You are seeing the gills are brick red in color. What happens when these are aquatic animals? Aquatic means which lives in the water. Which lives in water are called aquatic animals or aquatic organisms. So here, the breathing takes place through the gills. Gills are the breathing organs in fishes. So when the water flows from the gills absorbs the oxygen dissolved in the water and supply supply it to different parts of the body. So oysters are there, fishes are there, tadpoles also, tadpole, larva of a frog, have gills. So the breathing takes place through the gills. These are the breathing organs in the fishes. How the fishes breathe through the gills. They absorb the dissolved oxygen from the water. Gills absorb the dissolved oxygen from the water and supply to all the parts of the body. Now, if you take out the fish from the water, what happens? It feels uncomfortable due to lack of oxygen. The gills will dry up. When the gills exposed to the air, it dries up because it is an aquatic animal, need water. Water is the habitat of this animal. Without water cannot survive. Understood? So, if you keep it, if this is in the water only, breathing will be takes place. If you take out from the water, it will die due to lack of oxygen. Understood? Now coming to next to dolphins. Everyone knows flying fish. Everyone will enjoy by seeing the dolphins. Dolphin is fish? No. Dolphin is a fish? No. Dolphin is a mammal. It is a mammal, aquatic mammal which gives birth to young ones. Which gives birth to young ones and feed the young ones with its milk. Isn't it? It is an aquatic mammal. Don't forget mammals. What is the characteristic features of the mammals? Gives birth to young ones and feed the babies with their milk. Isn't it? This is the most important characteristic feature of the mammals. So, dolphin is an aquatic mammal because it lives in the water. Water is a habitat for the dolphins. Now, it breathes through the lungs only. It breathes through the lungs. It is a mammal. It breathes through the lungs. Now here you are seeing this hole on the head. On the head you will see the hole. This hole is called a blowhole. It is called a blowhole. Now what it will do? It will come up on the surface of the water to take the oxygen. This is like a nostrils. How we have nostrils holes for the dolphins have this nostril blowhole. Through this hole only it takes the oxygen and supply to different parts of the body. Again it goes into the water. Understood, children? So this is about the aquatic animals, how the breathing takes place. It is a mammal. Even whales also. Even whale also is a mammal. Whales, dolphins, these are mammal, aquatic mammals which lives in the water and the breathing takes place through the lungs. Understood, children? Now next coming to amphibians. What are amphibians? What are amphibians? Amphibians. What are amphibians? The animal which lives on land and as well as in water are called amphibians. The animals which lives on land as well as in water are called amphibians. Don't forget, these words are new for you. Terrestrial, amphibians or aquatic. So the animals which lives on land as well as in water are called amphibians. Frog is there, salamanders are there, they are amphibians. Now, frog. You know, the skin of the frog is very moist, slippery. We cannot catch. Slippery, it slipped away from our hand. When it is in the water, the breathing takes place through the skin. Through the skin. When it is on the land, the breathing takes place through the lungs. Isn't it? Two types of breathing takes place in the frog. In water as well as in land. When it is on land, through lungs. Through lungs. When it is in water, through skin. Two types of breathing takes place in the amphibians. So don't forget this. Next coming to insects. How the breathing takes place in the insects? Breathing in insects. How the breathing takes place in the insects? You are saying this is the breathing of the the surface of the body of these cockroach insects. Small holes are present on the surface of the body, isn't it? They do not have lungs. They do not have lungs. They have tiny holes are present. These tiny holes are called spiracles. These tiny holes are called spiracles, and these spiracles are attached with the respiratory tube. It is attached with the respiratory tube. This respiratory tube is called as trachea. The respiratory tube is called as trachea. Now, when the air enters, they do not have lungs. Repeatedly I am telling. They have small holes on the surface of the body. These holes are called spiracles. When the air enters into the spiracles, the trachea takes this air and supply it to different parts of the body. Isn't it? Again, the trachea collects the carbon dioxide and supply it to the spiracles, and again it goes out. This breathing process takes place in the insects. So, the air takes by these spiracles, and this air goes into the trachea, respiratory tube. From respiratory tube, it is supplied to whole body part, and again trachea collects the air, supply it to the spiracles. From spiracles, it is lives. Isn't it? So these are the breathing organs and the mechanism of different animals we have seen. So what you understood by this is all the animals will not have the same breathing organs. Different animals have different breathing organs. Depends upon the body structure, environmental conditions in which they live. Okay, fine. So here human beings have lungs, and the fishes have gills. And the dolphins also have lungs. It is a mammal, but it comes on the surface of the water to take the air through blowholes, isn't it? And now the amphibians have two types of breathing. Respiration, that is land and water. They live on land and in water. Lungs and skin, these are the breathing organs for the frog. And insects have spiracles on the surface of its body through which it takes the air. And trachea absorbs the air and supply it to different parts of the body. Again it collects the air and supply to spiracles. From spiracles it goes on. Okay children? Fine. Thank you.